I welcome today's motion by Fianna Fáil, and it's a very topical motion and very important given the current climate that we are facing in this country and the challenges that we are facing in the international environment. Irish SMEs, as Senator Crowe has said, face many challenges, and I'm involved in SMEs myself, and we should be supporting Irish industry and not just putting all our focus on multinational companies, which seems to be the case up till now. So you've already mentioned that approximately 2/3, over 60% of all jobs are within SMEs, small and medium enterprises in Ireland, and that's a sizable number of jobs. And over the last number of years, I know in my own businesses we've faced many challenges, the likes of Brexit, where I have a transport company myself, and we had to create a whole new department dealing with customs, whereas that wasn't the case up to now. Then you had the COVID situation, you have the climate situation, and all of this leads to huge administrative burdens on SMEs. And now we've spoken in this House on many occasions, Minister, about the tariffs and the threat of tariffs and the uncertainty of tariffs, and that represents another significant burden on SMEs. So it's not just the increased cost of products, but it's also the increased administrative burden on SMEs. So it's been disappointing to see many of Ireland's most successful companies being started abroad, and I often think of for example, Stripe. It's an amazing company started by the Collison brothers down in Limerick, and they felt that they needed to go abroad in order to get startup capital in Silicon Valley, and they were certainly celebrated there. And now they're one of the biggest startups over there, and it currently employs over 8,500 people worldwide, with 600 of those in Ireland. I don't think the situation has got any better since that, and we've less supports for startups, and also even with the banking options being reduced with Ulster Bank exiting the market. So how do we change this? I think we have a lot of ingredients. We've got, recently it was published about the amount of graduates in Ireland. I think it's over 52% have a basic degree, which is phenomenal. We have a highly educated workforce. So we need to foster an entrepreneurial spirit within the workplace, within our society, and increase access to research and development, R&D funding, and also incentives that help start businesses, such as I've mentioned, with increased access to credit. And I know I work regularly with the LEO office in Naas, the local enterprise office. Fantastic initiatives. The likes of those need to be celebrated, and we need to support them. So I'm proposing Amendment 1, and it's been seconded by Senator Keoghan, and I'm also seconding another amendment by Senator O'Reilly. And after the last paragraph in the bill, it calls to the government to, so I wish to insert the following paragraph, and that's to apply the SME test that's already outlined and mentioned in the programme for government to relevant organisations, and give special consideration to the role of the Seanad, this House, in applying that very test. So the amendment is based on what is in the programme for government, which states that the government will rigorously implement the SME test to scrutinise every new piece of legislation and regulation for its impact on SMEs, and ensuring that any obligations that increase business costs are phased in, and that there is consideration of the broader implications of any decisions affecting businesses across government. So, of course, we know that this test, as you've mentioned, it's designed to ensure that the policies and regulations that we're proposing are SME friendly, and it embodies the think small first principle. So it really considers the SMEs from the very beginning of the policy making process. So in conclusion, we should make Ireland the very best, the best country to do business in. And I know we've done over the years with our corporate tax, etc. We've done really well, and we shine bright. But I do think for SMEs, we could become the best small country to do business in, and create more Irish companies and more opportunity for our young people. The foundation should now be set for the next Collison brothers who are possibly finishing school this summer somewhere in Ireland, and they need to be given the correct supports to start the next stripe in Ireland. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Lascia.